Hello everyone. In this video, let's discuss about factors affecting population growth. So, why we need to study population growth? Because in order to know the exact rate of demand, exact rate of water demand, we need to know about the per capita demand and population correctly. By multiplying both of this population and per capita demand, we will get the rate of water demand. So, firstly, let's study about the population growth and what are the factors affecting it. As we all know, none of the cities or villages got the same amount of population in all decades. By decade, the population vary. Either the population will increase or decrease based on the nature or the several developments in the vicinity of the area. So let's discuss the which are the factors which will affect the population growth. The first factor is economic factor. How economic factor will influence the population growth? As we all know, when there will be setting up of or development of new industries and oil refineries, it will generate ample amount of jobs, and it will generate high income to the state, to the country in which it is located. So, for example, Dubai is one of the best example for it, and Qatar and other Saudi countries are the nearby countries which are getting the ample amount of job opportunities and revenue due to oil refineries. Similarly, the development of industry, for example, Kolkata, so those areas are improved or thickly populated due to the industries or development of industrial areas. So this is the first factor which affects the population growth. The second factor is development programs. So development programs like infrastructure developments, development of a river valley project, dams. So it will also create ample amount of opportunities for the job and trade and many more activities. So when there will be a new facility or new infrastructure coming to any area, so that will indirectly or directly pulls the population towards it. In some cases, it may push away or it may eliminate the population due to relocation, due to many more risks associated in it. But still, the development programs will attract n number of people towards it. So next comes the social facilities. Social facilities. Uh, it will what to say it will also attract the population, just like for example, let's take our college as an example, educational institute. So none of us will visit CIT if we are not associated with it. For example, students or faculty like us, we will come to CIT or Siddhain Koplu or Sundadi near that area vicinity just for the purpose to visit CIT, because our destination is CIT. When we leave our home origins, we will reach the destination just because of the purpose of education. You people will come to CIT for to get educated, and we will come there for job purpose. So that social facility made 600 to 700 people to get us accumulated in that or to present there in that vicinity. So social facility will also pull the population, and not only education, medical and other recreational facilities like theaters, malls and swimming pools and parks. So they will attract the people towards it. So next one is communication links. Communication links will also affect the population. For example, let's assume that there are big cities and industrial areas, like cities and industrial areas are connected by a proper communication channel. And from your village you can travel to a nearby city with a good facility, with a good transport facility, and with less amount of time. For example, you stay in nearby village, and you want to move to Mandia, and it takes only 5 minutes, and you got good bus facilities and two wheelers will often move. Then none of you would like to move to Mandia to stay from your village. But if it takes 45 minutes or 50 minutes, but the span or the distance between your city and your village and Mandia is very less, but there is no transportation facility and it is very difficult to travel, then majority of you will try to reside in Mandia itself. You won't reside in your villages. So again, the communication links will also decide the population movement or population growth in that particular area or village. So next one is tourism. As we all know, for example, let's take few areas nearby. So Mysore and Srirangapatna, many of the people will visit there just to visit the temple and Tippu Summer Palace and Mysore for the Mysore Palace and Chamundi Hills. So none of the people would like to come here if the tourism didn't exist in Mysuru or Srirangapatna. All of them are coming here just to visit the historical buildings and just for the religious purposes and for tourism. So tourism attracts a lot of population, and majority of the revenue also generates due to tourism. So next one is community life. So community life is nothing but in community life, our living habits and our customs and education of the community residing here also, what to say, decides the population growth, and this demand everything. For example, if the living standards of area is good, then people with a good financial condition try to move to that area so that they can have a good lifestyle and good standard of living. So and social customs too, some of the social customs will make us to reside in a particular area, to make us to leave the particular area. So and the education in the community also affects the population growth. And the last factor is unforeseen factors. Unforeseen factors are the just like miscellaneous things which what to say, sorry, miscellaneous is a wrong quote of word. So unnecessary factors means the thing which happens unknowingly and rare events like earthquake, flood and drought. And best example is epidemics, as we know now. Epidemics is also one of the best example for population growth. Let me take an example of the land. For example, let us consider a village in Mandya district or Mysore district and nearby districts. You can all observe that majority of the population left the village just for the job sake and due to other reasons also, and they have moved to nearby, what to say, industrial hubs and developed areas like Bangalore and other cities. And in from last year and now also, majority of them get back to what to say, they have returned to their natives, and some of them are practicing agriculture just because some of them had lost their what to say, jobs in the cities, and some of them don't got the demand. For example, a majority of the people got cabs, and they were running their cabs for Ola, Uber, and travel purpose. And since the mobility is one of the major what to say, facing very serious issues due to the, what to say, ordinance and other strict laws, they don't have jobs, like their job opportunities and, what to say, the trip making and the trip frequency get reduced, and majority of them are what to say, got back to their uh, got back to their what to say, villages and natives, and the majority of them are practicing agriculture, and small businesses are what to say, run in their own villages. So this epidemic made n number of people, or n population what to say, reallocation in majority of the villages. So anything or all these seven factors will affect the population in a greater extent. So thank you.